Descendre. Voilà. Rejoignez le salon rouge. Bon, au moins là théoriquement. Ah, la folle.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I
Ouais.
really need to talk to you.
Is
Ouais.
this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
I'm sorry. I should have stopped him from beating you.
What's done is done. It was my fault, not yours.
Don't say that. It's never the victim's fault. Look at your eye.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island.
Ouais.
What are you
mais bon.
doing here?
On va changer de sujet.
Same as everyone else. I accepted Lord Mortimer's invitation.
I know your mother very well.
If I understand rightly, you share a common past?
Are you saying I've made it all up? You can ask her when you see her.
Mais je dis pas que t'as inventé quelque chose.
More agitated.
Ah. Ah non, j'ai pas. Il doit manquer une compétence. Si.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse.
Ouais, si,
your
en fait,
mother
je le sais,
inflicted
mais
on
bon.
me.
Wait,
Il est un peu con.
there must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to
Ouais,
go.
mais
Wait,
bon.
I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that?
Ah, purée.
There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Est-ce que je peux utiliser... C'est quoi déjà? C'est 5. Ah, bon d'accord, ça m'a mis pause. Hop, croix de Malte. Hein, c'est ça que j'aurais voulu utiliser. Je peux pas l'utiliser là. C'est la plante que je veux utiliser. La plante c'est 4. Hop. Hop.
You're right,
Merde!
I don't
Ah,
want
je
this
me suis trompé.
conversation to turn into an interrogation. You've suffered enough already. I respect your silence. Please excuse me.
Well, thank you.
Ok.
I know your little game. You're no different from the rest
Faudrait
of them.
savoir.
You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Sa sœur.
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
Ouais, on l'a lu dans tes
She's
lettres.
the
Parce
only
qu'on
one
a
who
fouillé ta
cares
chambre.
about me. I
Oh.
would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist,
Ok.
I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
Ma mère, c'est pas une prêtre.
Is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments.
Oh, la mère
to
qui est
rid
complètement
me of
psychotique
evil
en fait.
inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it
Ouais,
seems
bon,
difficult to
on
believe.
va s'en méfier d'elle, hein,
Everything she put
clairement.
me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
Ouais.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's coming for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Oui, comme tout le monde, hein, j'ai envie de te dire. Tes jours sont comptés. Oh, ce décolleté. Par contre, j'ai un malus là, mais je sais pas ce que c'est. Peut-être que je peux pas le réutiliser. Ah, fait chier. Ou alors c'est le bonus qui est resté activé. Parce que je l'ai pas utilisé en fait, finalement. Bon, est-ce que je peux explorer un peu? A priori, oui. Cool. Alors, est-ce qu'ils ont trouvé un peu plus de choses?
I am at your service day and night, sir.
Alors... J'aurais des questions sur le manoir. Qu'y a-t-il au premier
What's on the
étage,
first
tiens?
floor?
The first floor is reserved for guests, sir.
Ouais, non, mais c'est pas
That
ça que
is
je voulais
where
en fait.
Sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building. 3 stairways will enable Sir
Ouais, non, mais tais-toi.
return
C'est
to
bon,
the
c'est bon,
ground
c'est bon,
floor.
ta gueule.
It is
On peut
also
pas
from
passer.
there that Sir will be able to reach the second floor.
Thank you very much.
Anything else, sir?
Et donc, qu'y a-t-il au second
Yes.
étage?
What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord
D'accord.
Mortimer, sir. In the west wing, on the second floor, are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holmes, sir.
Oh, il est avec Sir Holmes.
Guests may
Ah, j'avais
access
pas
that
compris cette
area.
subtilité du scénario qu'ils
Does
étaient
Sir
un peu...
have any more questions?
qu'ils étaient un peu... voilà quoi. Non, mais ça m'intéresse pas en fait. Qu'est-ce qu'il peut me
I
dire sur
would
Lord
like to speak
Mortimer?
about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about
logique.
my master. Is there anything else that Sir would like to know?
Ouais. Bon.
What can
déjà
you tell
dire
me about
ça.
the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about
Bon, en gros,
Lord
tu sers à
Mortimer's
rien, quoi.
guests, sir. Perhaps Sir would like to know something else?
Ok.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
De l'ambre.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I
Amber,
would,
ça me fait penser à
but
Styx.
unfortunately, I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Oula. Oula. Et donc, si je fais... ça correspond à quoi? Voilà, ça c'est chiant, je peux pas savoir à quoi ça correspond. Alors, attendez, inventaire. Inventaire... Voilà, eau de mélisse, c'est bien la plante. Jusque là on est d'accord. Ensuite, ça c'est quoi? Putain, on voit pas hein. J'arrive pas à voir ce que c'est Est-ce que c'est le malus ou est-ce que c'est parce que j'ai déjà le truc? Ouais, on va faire ça. Et on va
No
faire
point
ça.
in lying, you know. I know full well you haven't got any.
I would never think of lying, sir. I don't believe I am authorized to give it away, that is all.
Amber? Here? I'd be surprised.
Yet I assure you, sir,
No, you're pulling my leg. I don't believe you.
I wouldn't dare to joke with Sir.
Yeah, sure. You're just leading me on. I dare you to show it to me, if you really have some.
Well then, sir, here is a piece.
Ah, right. Well, I'm impressed. Can you lend it to me for a minute?
Of course, sir. Here.
Wow, I can hardly believe it. Well, I have other questions.
Of course, sir. But, sir, I believe you haven't given me back the amber, sir.
What? What amber?
The piece I gave to Sir.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You really ought to look after your things. It can't be easy to come across amber in these parts.
Ah, well, does Sir desire
Comment je l'ai
anything
baisé
else?
quoi, c'est n'importe quoi. Juste parce que c'est un serviteur, c'est... Un manuscrit, tiens.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir.
De Goethe.
And I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend Sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Conviction, difficulté 3, difficulté 4. Je pourrais réutiliser encore un truc. En même temps, est-ce que j'ai vraiment besoin de ce bouquin? Je ne crois pas. Donc c'est pas grave, on va faire retour. Tac tac tac. Alors lui va poser toutes les questions, voilà, ta gueule. Moi j'aurais voulu lui poser une question, c'est où on pouvait trouver une méduse, mais bon, à première vue, c'était pas possible. Il n'y a plus rien à voir ici. Vous avez pas rechargé en miel? Voilà. Un bouquin peut-être? Non. Est-ce que c'est par là le salon rouge ou est-ce que c'est de l'autre côté? Ouais, là je peux rentrer a priori. Petit salon, d'accord. Ah, c'est bien ici que je dois aller normalement. Donc vous savez quoi, on va prendre la grande pièce. On va essayer de faire le tour en fait. Ah, c'est pas ça que je voulais faire. Ah, bah, je me suis planté en fait. C'est de l'autre côté que j'aurais dû aller. Bon, tant pis. Bon, c'est cool, avançons. Oh, par contre, Miss Gronibar, elle a toujours la même robe. Hein. C'est pas que je veuille dire, mais.
Dear
Il
friends,
doit y avoir comme une
I
odeur.
bid you
Oh, on doit
welcome.
avoir une superbe vue là-bas.
The night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce
j'aurais dû
our
couper
new
l'épisode.
guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph
Bon, on va s'arrêter dès que
von
possible.
Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon
Roi de Prusse, on s'en
Bonaparte,
fout.
Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is
Napoléon, je
Mortimer
m'en fous.
planning? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the King's table. I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very
Il m'a
well.
raté.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible.
Oh, elle est
Oh,
mariée.
I
Bon, tant pis.
understand. I shall feel better too as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
I'm shitting in my clothes, ouais, tu vois. Bref.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Le
If I'm
sauterne,
not
c'est
mistaken,
sucré sur
this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage
Ok.
reopened just before
Il se
Christmas.
vante d'avoir
The
réparé un
bedrooms,
truc.
washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful
Là, je vais
Christmas
encore
gift.
rater un
Oh,
truc, je
thank
suppose.
you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Ouais, ça a l'air de l'avoir touché. Ouais, je peux cliquer que là, donc on va cliquer là.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Si c'était un film, je dirais que c'est surjoué, quoi. Merde. Lorsque le temps imparti est terminé, une réponse est sélectionnée automatiquement. Surveillez la jauge de temps en bas à gauche. Oui, bah, je m'en
My lord,
doutais,
I
mais...
only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to
De
know
toute façon, c'est ce
you
que
a
je
little
comptais
better?
répondre. Hein. Donc,
You are Monsieur
Louis Moras de Richer.
de Richer. De Richer.
un nom à
A name
particules.
with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
On va faire
The
ça.
presence of a particle does not necessarily mean a person belongs to the nobility, nor does it prevent the observance of the rules of etiquette, Monsieur von Wohner.
Oh, j'ai découvert sa vulnérabilité. Ah,
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
On va envoyer la question à Emily, j'aimerais bien lui parler en fait.
What do you think, madam? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier is never a good sign. It can only mean there's going to be further war. To answer your question, I only know that his family were in favor of the revolution, and that it almost cost them their lives.
Thank you, that's helpful.
Monsieur de Richer, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Bah ouais, de quoi tu veux me parler? Je suis pas un homme politique moi. Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette embrouille? Oula, tu vas pas me pousser quand même mec, déconne pas hein.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded
Oh
a
putain, cet accent qu'il a, c'est
Stay
excellent.
composed, Louis.
I'm listening.
an agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I
Putain, cet
appreciate his
accent quoi.
confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my
Ouch.
allies.
Well, of course.
Alors,
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
ouais, j'aurais bien aimé mettre ce n'est pas le moment. Je peux pas m'engager.
Such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We
C'est
don't
passé.
know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard
cet accent,
times
il est
that have
horrible.
befallen our beautiful country, what do you
Après,
think
je
it
n'ai
would
sûrement
take
pas un
to
meilleur
restore
d'accent
its
anglais, mais
luster?
j'avoue que celui-là me casse un peu les oreilles. Il faut un meneur pour la France. Laisser le peuple entièrement libre. Il faut une contre-révolution. Nous devons rétablir la monarchie, non. On va faire
I
ça,
think
tant
what
pis.
France is lacking today
Je vais
is
essayer de le
a
manipuler.
truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend. I hear your
Ah bah
words,
voilà.
and I
Au
agree.
moins c'est pas dépensé pour rien quoi.
Monsieur de Richer, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank
D'ailleurs,
you for
nerf
your
futur.
support by offering you this
Ah.
humble little gift.
Réflexion sur la Révolution française.
Reflections on the Revolution in France.
Pourquoi pas?
Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I too am delighted to have met you.
Yeah, confrontation success.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the
Mon
rest,
perso, il a même pas bouffé en fait.
I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us.
Ouais,
We
donc
are
lui,
here
il suce
among
le...
like-minded
Enfin,
people.
il
So
doit
let
une
us
grosse
put
faire chandelle à
aside
notre
the
hôte, quoi.
conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at
Et il va sûrement faire pareil avec Napoléon
So
d'ailleurs.
I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
Ouais, c'est
I
bien.
trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Bon, alors on a appris qu'elle était mariée, Miss Gronibar, ce qui est plutôt problématique. Ah bah voilà. Ouais, bon bah écoute, moi j'ai réussi tout. Est-ce que j'ai raté un truc? Non. Et j'ai fait... Bon bah nickel, j'ai tout réussi, au moins c'est déjà ça quoi. Youhou. Ah oui, je gagne masse XP même. What? 70 XP quoi. Bon enfin. Alors, donc je peux avoir l'étiquette, enfin. J'ai envie de dire pourquoi pas. Dans les bouquins, il reste... Le prochain que je vais pouvoir prendre, c'est quoi? Ça sera en manipulation ou ça sera en politique? Ok. En manipulation ou en politique? La politique, c'est où? Un point en politique, ça me mettrait 2 points là-dedans. Ouais, on va faire ça. Hop, on va prendre ça. Et puis, moi, on va avoir politique au niveau 1. On va essayer de toucher à tout, quoi. Je pense que ça reste le truc le plus intéressant. Ah ouais, mais j'ai dit que j'allais avoir un point en politique. Donc au pire, je mets un point en étiquette. Et... Ah, je peux pas. Ouais, alors je mets 2 points en politique et j'aurai le 3e point avec le bouquin. Ok. Et pour les bouquins, est-ce que je peux... Non, c'est après. Hop. Non. Quand j'aimerais bien mettre fin à l'épisode quand même. Peut-être que je l'aurais... Peut-être qu'après je vais le séparer en deux. Peut-être que je l'ai déjà séparé en deux d'ailleurs.
Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Alors, donc je peux choisir, j'ai dit que j'allais prendre la politique. Voilà. Comme ça me fera un deuxième... Ah, ils m'ont remis tous mes... Ah bah si j'avais su, j'aurais pas utilisé toutes mes élections. Bon, enfin bref, on va arrêter l'épisode là, ou cette partie d'épisode là, je sais pas encore comment je vais découper les choses. En tout cas, j'espère que cette série vous plaît. Moi, j'avoue que cette enquête me tient en haleine et que je me demande vraiment ce qui s'est passé avec ma mère. On a appris que ma mère était pas si une sainte que ça, mais bon, on va bien voir ce que nous réserve la suite. Allez, bye bye mes petits amis de YouTube, à très vite.